Yeah.
So let's take this into a real-world application. In this case, we're going to be looking at a SQL server, a basic server with an HBA in it talking to 3 different LUNs. On these 3 different LUNs, they usually have the setup as a database LUN, a log LUN, as well as a disaster recovery snap LUN or volume. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be talking to one HBA to those 3 different LUNs. The problem that happens here is that these 3 different LUNs have 3 different characteristics. This guy's block sizes could be 8K block sizes, on average 8K block sizes. This guy's could be 4K or 2K. And this guy's just streaming because he's going to talk to somebody else off-site as a snap mirror for disaster recovery. The problem happens is as this guy is cruising along and people are pulling information to and from this database, logging in over here, a snap comes in. Depending on how you have it set up, some people have it set up for every 20 minutes, some people have it set up for 30 or 60 minutes, depending on your application and how critical it is to make sure you're up to date. Some people do it constantly live. When this happens, this guy on the HBA side runs into some congestion issues. So let's take NPIV now and use it the way we do with quality of service. If I use my quality of service, I actually have the ability to isolate my data flow as well as prioritize it. So going back to this drawing over here, I use my virtual channels to be able to isolate as well as prioritize my data flow, whether high, medium, and low. In this case, I would call this guy, let me do it in red so you can see this. This guy would be a high priority, this guy would be a medium priority, and this guy would be a low priority. All from this guy, from the HBA. So these 3 LUNs now I have separated on my HBA, and I've taken these 3 LUNs and prioritized them, and I also isolated their data flow from one to the other. And if I look up at my drawing over here in my virtual channels, you can see now here, through this box that I drew around, that would be my database. Those virtual channels are dedicated as high to this database. If I drew some other ones in the virtual channels here, I could say these would be medium, and these would be dedicated to my log volume. And then I give it a couple of virtual channels for low, and I would dedicate those to my snap, meaning that this guy would be the lowest priority because he's the least important, never ever affecting the traffic flow on this database, which is the most important.